Hey everyone, welcome back to Nihao Bites. Today we're in Beijing, one of the world's most fascinating cities for food lovers, history enthusiasts, and cultural explorers alike. And trust me, this episode is gonna make your stomach growl because we're about to explore one of China's most iconic and globally celebrated dishes, Peking roast duck. This dish is far more than just a meal. It carries centuries of tradition, culinary expertise, and artistry all wrapped into a single plate. Every step, from selecting the perfect duck to the final serving, tells a story of patience, skill, and passion for flavor. We're going to walk you through the entire process, showing you how this golden, crispy, juicy masterpiece is created from scratch, and why it's considered one of the pinnacles of Chinese cuisine. Our culinary journey starts early in the kitchen, where precision, care, and attention to detail are the secrets behind every duck. The chef begins by carefully preparing each duck, inspecting them to ensure that the skin is flawless and the layer of fat beneath it is perfectly even. This layer of fat is critical because it is what renders during roasting, helping the skin turn perfectly crisp while keeping the meat tender and juicy inside. Next comes one of the most unique steps in preparing authentic roast duck. The chef uses a small tube to blow air between the skin and the meat. This may look unusual if you're seeing it for the first time, but it is an essential part of creating the iconic texture of Peking duck. By separating the skin from the flesh, the duck achieves a crispness that is impossible to replicate with other methods.
After the ducks are inflated, they take a quick hot bath, a step that might surprise many viewers. The ducks are dipped into boiling water for a few seconds. This sudden heat helps tighten the skin and removes any excess oil, which is crucial to achieving that delicate, crackling texture. Following this, the ducks are hung up to dry, but not before being brushed with a special glaze made from syrup, usually maltose or honey. This glaze is what gives the duck its signature red-brown shine and a sweet aroma that is released as it roasts. This step is an art in itself. The chef applies the glaze carefully and evenly, ensuring that each duck not only looks beautiful, but will develop a perfectly caramelized, aromatic skin during roasting. Even at this early stage, the ducks already look stunning, with their glossy coating reflecting the kitchen lights like polished amber. Now we come to the most exciting part, the roasting process, where all the preparation culminates into culinary magic. The ducks are hung inside a traditional brick oven, which is fired using fragrant fruit woods, typically peach or jujube wood. The choice of wood is deliberate, as it imparts a subtle smokiness that complements the rich flavor of the duck without overpowering it. As the flames dance beneath the ducks, the skin slowly transforms into a golden, blistered perfection. You can almost hear it crackling as the fat beneath renders, and the aroma that fills the air is intoxicating. A combination of sweet, smoky, and savory scents that make your mouth water instantly. Patience is key during this process. The chef must carefully control the fire, making sure it is not too hot to burn the skin or too cool to leave it soft. Each duck roasts evenly for approximately 45 minutes. During this time, the skin blisters and caramelizes while the meat remains moist and succulent. Experienced chefs can tell when a duck is done by observing the color of the skin, which should be a deep, amber red, shining like lacquer in the oven's warm glow. This mastery of timing, temperature, and technique is what separates a good roast from an exceptional one. When the ducks are finally ready, they emerge from the oven looking absolutely spectacular. Their skin is crispy and golden, glistening under the kitchen lights, while the meat inside is tender, juicy, and packed with flavor. The chef taps lightly on the skin to test the texture, ensuring that it crackles perfectly like glass. These ducks are then hung on display, a sight that can draw the attention of anyone passing by. In Beijing, it is common to see rows of these golden brown ducks hanging in the windows of restaurants, and they are a true symbol of Chinese culinary culture. Locals often say, "Without roast duck, there is no Beijing," highlighting how deeply ingrained this dish is in the city's identity. The next part is my personal favorite, the carving of the duck, which is nothing short of an art form. The The chef uses a razor-sharp knife to slice the duck into thin, even pieces. Traditionally, there are 108 slices, a number considered lucky in Chinese culture. The first slice is always the crispy skin, often dipped lightly in sugar before serving as the first bite. The remaining pieces of meat are carefully arranged on a plate, ensuring each slice has the perfect balance of skin, fat, and meat. Watching this process is mesmerizing. The knife glides effortlessly, producing thin, precise slices while preserving the duck's juiciness and texture. Eating Peking duck is a ritual in itself. Traditionally, it is served with thin pancakes, which are soft and pliable, allowing you to wrap the meat neatly. Accompaniments include crisp cucumber strips, fresh scallions, and a sweet bean sauce, which adds a rich, savory layer to each bite. You assemble the pancake by placing a slice of duck inside, adding the vegetables, and topping it with a spoon of sauce, then folding it like a tiny burrito. The first bite reveals the perfect harmony of flavors and textures. The crunch of the skin, the softness of the pancake, the savory richness of the sauce, and the freshness of the vegetables all coming together in every mouthful. This combination is often described as the taste of the emperor's table, as Peking duck was once a dish reserved for royalty. And that brings us to the end of this journey through the making of Peking roast duck. From the careful preparation, secret techniques, and intricate roasting process to the final presentation and the unforgettable taste, this dish is a true masterpiece of Chinese cuisine. It is not merely a meal, but an experience, a story of culture, history, and craftsmanship that has survived through generations. Thank you for joining me on this delicious adventure. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to like, subscribe, and share it with your friends who love food as much as you do. Keep exploring, keep tasting, and keep celebrating the amazing flavors our world has to offer.